There we go. And we'll go ahead and jump right into the presentation. All right, can you see that?
I mean, I will see it. Let's see if the chat has something is nice.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about maximizing your sales potential by streamlining your sales processes with HubSpot. Again, my name is Miranda, and I'm a demand generation specialist with Boundify, and I'm joined by Gabby, who is also a demand generation specialist with Boundify. So today we're going to be talking through just kind of like a broad overview of understanding what sales enablement is in HubSpot, how to optimize your sales pipeline, HubSpot sales tools and techniques to help you close deals faster, and then sales reporting, analytics, and popular integrations for sales within HubSpot. And then I'll do a platform walkthrough. So we'll kind of go through the slides at a high level, talking about the information and the details, but then I'll actually go into HubSpot and click around and show you where everything is and answer any questions. So understanding sales enablement. Sales enablement is the process and approach to equipping your sales team with the content and tools and information that they need to sell effectively. And it helps ensure that your sales team is equipped with everything they need for every stage in the buyer's journey. And according to HubSpot, companies with effective sales enablement see 23% higher conversion rates. So understanding how a good sales enablement process can affect your sales velocity. Sales velocity is the speed at which deals are moving through your sales pipeline from the initial contact of the person to closing the deal. And it's an important metric that can help sales teams understand how quickly they're moving people through the pipeline. So you calculate sales velocity by opportunities multiplied by deal value, multiplied by win rate, divided by the length of the sales cycle. And the more streamlined your processes are and effective your sales enablement strategy is, the shorter the length of the sales cycle is, which results in better sales velocity. And by integrating the sales enablement features that we're going to be talking about in HubSpot, your sales team can operate more efficiently and improve their sales velocity numbers. So why choose HubSpot for sales enablement? First of all, HubSpot has an integrated CRM platform. So if you're already using HubSpot as your CRM, or if you're using HubSpot for sales activities and marketing, content creation, all that, you might want to consider using it also as your CRM, because the fully integrated CRM platform helps you combine all your sales, marketing, and service activities in one place and provides one source of truth. So your sales team, your marketing team, your leadership team looking at reports and stats, they're all looking at one location and one source of truth. It also offers customizable sales pipelines. We'll go through this a lot more in depth, but the sales pipelines in HubSpot are highly customizable, and it allows businesses to tailor your sales pipeline to the sales process that you have, instead of having to tailor your sales team and your sales team's processes to the functionality that HubSpot provides. And it also offers robust lead management features such as lead scoring, segmentation, lead nurturing workflows, which helps your team just prioritize leads based on their likelihood to convert. And it helps you automate a lot of the sales team's tasks and processes. All right, so jumping into customizing your sales pipeline. In HubSpot, you can build out your sales pipeline and customize it to your specific process. You can add and modify stages based on what your business needs. You can title the stages exactly to what your how your sales team, is using the pipeline. And you can map your existing sales process to your HubSpot pipeline. So what we suggest is to first analyze your current sales process. And this is also a good opportunity if you're just starting out with using HubSpot for sales to audit your sales process and make sure that the titles for your stages are what they need to be, and moving from one stage to the other, there's like a clear change movement from stage to stage. So you'll identify your stages that you currently have in your sales process, and then you'll map those stages to your corresponding stages in your HubSpot pipelines, which during the platform walkthrough, I'll show you where that is, how to do it, all that stuff. Are we still good in the chat, Gabby?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's the one thing that I don't like, that feature that when you're presenting, you can't see if people are asking questions. So
if there's anything, popping out, I will tell you. Don't worry.
Awesome. Sounds good. So yeah, you can set up your deal stages in your sales pipeline settings. And we'll walk through it, but you can find it in sales, deals, then pipeline settings. You can go in and define each stage, add the name for that stage, description, and then there's tons of automations that can help you, move deals from one stage to the other. And then another sales tool in HubSpot is task management features. So HubSpot has the ability to create tasks for various activities, like making a follow-up call, sending an email, booking a meeting. A lot of those tasks that sales teams are doing over and over and over. You can have the automation to either perform some of those tasks or deploy a reminder so sales teams stay on top of everything. Another sales tool in HubSpot is the automated sequences and workflows. Sequences and workflows are powerful tools for automating email follow-ups and tasks based on your prospect's behavior. So you can choose different sequence types, such as follow-up emails or tasks for sales reps, and you can trigger the actions of the sequence or the workflow based on prospect behavior. So you can actually configure the sequence to adapt to how the recipient acts. So if they open an email or click a link, you can set the sequence to adjust based on what they do. You can also integrate sequences with HubSpot workflows. So if a contact reaches a specific life cycle stage, then a workflow can trigger to enroll the content in a sequence. I'll go through and show you where sequences and workflows are, and kind of when to use which one. But at a high level, sequences are a little bit simpler. So if you're trying to automate tasks like sending emails, assigning tasks, you would use an automated sequence. And it's a little bit more for like one-on-one communication. So like one sales team member automating an email to a contact. Workflows are a lot more in-depth, a lot more, they have a lot more functionality to them. But because of that, it makes them a little more complex to set up. But workflows work really well for large groups of contacts or companies and deals. And I'll show you kind of all of the triggers that each one has so you know when to use a sequence versus a workflow.
We have our first question.
Awesome.
Rick is asking, are the tasks added to your calendar?
So the tasks will be added to the dashboard, the whatever team member the task is added to, it's added on their dashboard in HubSpot. So they'll see it similar to like a project management tool. So they'll get a notification that a new task was assigned to them. I don't think it's added to your actual, like, if you have an integrated like Gmail calendar, I don't think it adds it to the calendar, but it adds it as like a task on your dashboard. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, so moving on to other sales tools in HubSpot. There are email templates and sales documents. HubSpot has a vast library of email templates that we'll walk through, and you can personalize the templates, or you can create your own and start from scratch. It also allows you to insert personalized, like dynamic tokens. So it'll pull the contact's first name, their company, the industry, and any other like personalized details you want to include in the emails. And then there's also sales documents, which allows you to create and save document templates for proposals or contracts. The great thing about this is that your sales team will be always using the same document. And if you make updates to the document or your sales playbooks or proposals or anything like that, it'll dynamically update. So your sales team will always be using the most updated version of whatever document they need. And you can also integrate with e-signature tools like DocuSign to include a signature box in your documents. And then you can track the status of if they're signed or not through HubSpot. All right, so ways to monitor sales performance in HubSpot. Some of the KPIs that you can look at for sales performance. Number one is deal velocity, which is the average time it takes for a deal to move from the first stage to the closed won stage in your sales pipeline. Shorter deal velocity means a faster sales cycle and that your sales processes are efficient. And a longer deal velocity might indicate that you have bottlenecks or inefficiencies in your sales process. And could signal issues like a lack of engagement from prospects or a need to reevaluate and change some things in your sales strategy. Ways you can assess deal velocity at a team performance level is you can compare the deal velocity across different teams or sales reps to identify who's closing deals faster. And then same thing, you can look at reports for individual performance to see who your top performers are and who might need additional training or support. Another indicator to look at is win rates, which is the measure, the percentage of deals that are won out of the total number of deals you have in the pipeline. Again, a high win rate indicates you're doing something right. A low win rate might point to poor lead quality or ineffective sales tactics. And the way you can assess this in HubSpot, again, at a team performance level, you can see reports to analyze the win rates across different teams and understand who's performing higher. And then at an individual level, you can see your individual sales people's win rates. And then lastly is sales pipeline coverage, which measures the ratio of the total value of deals in the pipeline to the sales target or quota. So if you have high coverage, then it means that your pipeline has deals with a healthy value relative to your sales target, and there's enough potential revenue in your pipeline to meet or exceed your sales goals. But low coverage might indicate that you need to add additional leads or additional deals into the pipeline to even be able to meet sales quotas. And again, you can assess that at a team performance level and an individual performance level in HubSpot. And then reporting and analytics. HubSpot offers a lot of reports for sales, and we'll walk through all of those. And you can also create flexible dashboards in HubSpot, so you can build specific dashboards for leadership, or you can create them for individual sales team members to be able to track their progress and quickly see reporting on what matters and impacts them. Some of the popular reports that HubSpot has for sales are new leads and contacts created, lead conversion rates, average deal cycle time, time spent in each stage, monthly recurring revenue, lead to customer conversion rate, and sales rep activity. And we'll go through where reporting is and how to build them and all that stuff. And then lastly, our popular integration for sales. There's a lot of integrations on the back end of HubSpot that can help enhance your sales process. Some of the popular ones are other CRM integrations like Salesforce or Pipedrive if you're not using HubSpot as your CRM. And then communication tools like Slack or Microsoft Teams, email and marketing tools such as Gmail or Outlook. You can connect your sales team can connect their Gmail email address and calendar or Outlook calendar directly to HubSpot, so that when people are booking meetings, it's going on their Gmail or Outlook calendar. There's also an integration for e-commerce platforms like Shopify, lead generation and data enrichment, such as Clearbit or LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and then project management tools like Asana or Trello. All right, so now we will go ahead and jump into the platform. And I'll click around and show you where everything we talked about is. And I'd encourage you to go ahead and pull up your HubSpot platform too, if you want to follow along with me.
We have another question.
Yeah, go for it.
Lisa, it's asking, is it possible to set targets for number of deals closed?
Yes. Yeah, so you can set your, you can set the targets in HubSpot for your sales teams. And then I'd have to look into if you can like pull that number into reports to be able to compare against what your goals are. So we can look into, I'm not sure, I don't know that off the top of my head, but I can look into that, and we can reach out and let you know when I find an answer for that. All right. Any other questions?
That's all.
Okay, perfect. So we'll start out with, I'll show you where to see your sales pipeline in HubSpot and how to customize it. So you'll go to deals, and then you can see your list of deals in the pipeline. To edit your sales pipeline and customize it and all of that, you'll go to settings. And
Oh,
then,
are you showing like already your screen for?
yeah, can you
Yeah,
see
because
it?
it's not showing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can see it?
No,
No.
it's not. This is in the presentation.
Let me.
Thank you, Sean.
All right. How about now?
I see it now.
Okay, perfect. So here's where I was. If you go to deals, you can see the list of deals that you have in your sales pipeline. And then to edit your sales pipeline, you'll go, or any of your pipelines, you'll go to settings, scroll down to data management, objects, deals, and then you'll see right here, pipelines. And this is where you can add and customize pipelines. So you can see here's the list of ones you have created, and then here's where you would create a new one. And then you can add in your stage names. You can move stages around. You can rename them, all that stuff. Another thing I'll show you real quick while we're here, I'll show you some of the automations, like the sequences and workflows that we talked about. But one thing that's cool is right here in the settings section of your pipelines, if you go to this automate tab, you can create workflows specifically for your pipelines directly right here by stage. So you'll see, like, here's your stages: appointment scheduled, qualified to buy, presentation scheduled. You can add in tasks for automatic emails, tasks for your sales team. So say we wanted to create a workflow for when a presentation is scheduled, you hit that plus, it'll pop up right here. I want to create a task. And I'm going to make the task update presentation for, and you can put dynamic properties associated to the deal in the task. So say I wanted to say update presentation for this deal name. To do, you can choose a date for when you want the task to be deployed. You can do a custom date, and then I can say, hey, deal, there it is, HubSpot user properties. Hey, deal owner, deal name, deal description. I can put in the deal amount. Has moved to presentation scheduled. Please update presentation. And then you save it, and it's going to automatically create a task for the deal owner, automatically pull in the deal name, the deal description, the deal amount, and you can do the same thing for sending an email. You can send it to specific users, or you can choose teams if you have a marketing team or a sales team in HubSpot with multiple people. And then you can set it where it automatically sends everyone to the deal owner as well. And then same thing, adding in these personalized tokens. So that is the automations specifically in the pipeline. So if you're wanting to do that kind of automate things like emails or tasks or sending, communication within the sales team, I would recommend doing it there just because it's simple and clear, and it's very obvious like what task is for what stage. The other automations that HubSpot has can be found right here, and that's the workflows or the sequences. So starting out with workflows, here you can create a workflow. You can create it from scratch or from a template. I would recommend anytime you're doing something like this, like a workflow, a sequence, a report, start with the templates and see if there's something that does what you're looking for already or does like close to what you're looking for already. And then if not, then you can build one from scratch. But the templates help kind of get you a starting framework. So once you click on one and use it, you still have full customization. You can still make all of the changes, but it just helps you kind of start with a framework. And then here's sequences. The biggest difference you'll see with workflows and sequences of when to use which one. Sequences are simpler, but these are the only like triggers that you can do with a sequence. So you can send an automated email, a manual email task where the salesperson will get a task reminder to send an email, a task reminder to make a call, setting up a general task, or tasks for Sales Navigator. So if you're wanting any other triggers, like if you're wanting a email campaign to trigger because somebody was like, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but anything that you're not seeing here, you'll have to do in workflows. But this is the same idea. You'll create a workflow. You can send an automated email, and this is where you have to have email templates. So we'll go ahead and jump into email templates and sales documents. I'll show you where those are. All right, so you'll go to library, and then here's email templates, and here's sales documents. So for email templates, you can create a new email template from scratch or from the template library, and it'll give you some options: first touch emails, follow-up emails, or you can build one from scratch, and you'll save your email as a template, and that way your sales team are always using consistent first touch follow-up emails, and they have the template there for them to use, and then you can use those email templates in your sequences. And then similarly for sales documents, you can upload any documents that you have for your sales team, whether it's contracts, presentations, that kind of thing. And then similarly, with the playbook section, you can create a playbook for your sales team directly in HubSpot, and they'll always be using the same one, and it'll dynamically update just like the templates do. So you can, same thing with playbooks, you can start from scratch, or you can build it off of a template and then edit it from there. All right. And then real quick, we'll walk through reporting, and then I'll show you where the integrations are. So I don't know why I can't see the title of these right now. There we go. So reporting, there's pre-built sales analytics here under reports. So you can look, these are all, pre-built in HubSpot. You can look at specifically for sales, activities, lead funnel, lead response time, that kind of thing, deals, average deal size. There's lots of options that are like pre-built to look at. And then building out the dashboards right here in dashboards, you can create as many as you want. Some options of things you can pull in. Here's an example sales dashboard that has team activities by activity date, contacts created, deal revenue by stages. And then we have like an example sales manager one, closed deal amount versus goals. This is like that. Actually, this is the answer to the question you were looking for. So yes, this report would show your closed deal amount versus the goals that you have set for your sales team. And then you would create your individual dashboard right here, or you can add a report to your dashboard right here. If you have saved reports, you would do it right here. So you have a list of reports that you can create from yours, or you can create a new one. And this will start creating one from scratch. One big recommendation that I would have, especially if you're fairly new to HubSpot and you building reports in HubSpot, this new feature with Breeze, HubSpot's Breeze AI is the AI report generator. And you can do, I want to see a report for sales velocity by sales team number, and generate the report. Oh, not that. I want to see deal velocity by sales team. And then it'll generate. And it'll build the format of there isn't any data in our demo account, so it looks like it's empty, but it'll show you, it'll like build the template for what you're looking for, where the data source is deals, the measurement, and then you can change the structure of it, and you can still completely customize this. It just helps build the framework for you. But you can hit this customize button, and then it takes it back to what it would look like if you were building one from scratch. And you can select the properties that you want to add in from the list, and then you can change the visualization, how you want the chart to look. You can change the timeline of when you want to see it, whether it's a rolling date range or static. And then you'll title it, save it, and it'll add it to your dashboard.
We have a question.
Yeah.
Joseph is asking. First, it says that that's a lot of potential here, and if you can confirm which hub tier is required to generate reports with text prompts.
With the Breeze AI, I don't know if I can confirm that off the top of my head. If you look in your, right here, if you go to the Breeze section in your HubSpot, it should help show you what you have access to specifically. I know a lot of them are currently in beta, but it'll show what section it's available in. So I don't know the list like off of the top of my head, but if you go to your platform and look for it, you can see if you have that functionality or not. All right, and then let's see what's last. Integrations for sales. So that would be if you come up here to settings, and then under account management, here's integrations. You can see the integrations that you have connected, and then you'll click this go to app marketplace, and you can see all of the integrations that HubSpot has. It's a lot. So if you know specifically what platform you're wanting to integrate, you can search it at the top, or you can browse them by the categories. The pricing, you can look at only ones that are free, look at them by the HubSpot features and explore that way. But there are a lot, even just having free checked. There's 670 completely free integrations. So definitely something to look into. And I think that's all I had for the platform walkthrough, unless someone has a specific question about where to find something that we talked about.
Kim says that arrived late, but where will be able find the recorded version of this?
The what version?
The recorded version of this, like the presentational?
Yeah, definitely. So at the end of our event, we'll do like an event wrap up with the slide deck and the recording, and you'll get it sent in an email. So you'll have an email in your inbox from HubSpot with the recording and the slide deck link.
Nice. I don't think we have any other questions, unless there's someone.
Great. Well, I hope that was helpful. It was very, high level. There's a lot of functionality within HubSpot for sales teams. We have other Greenville Hug like past events about sales in HubSpot, so you can find those on the HubSpot user group website where you registered for this one. And we do these events bi-monthly, so every other month. We have these events, and we do a ton of different topics around, sales, marketing, all of, HubSpot functionality. So definitely join next time if you're interested. And thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.